Hello and welcome to another Betfred Sports video right here in the Quest Media Network studio. Peter, welcome back. There's only one place to start today, and that's in the Premier League because Manchester City were beaten 1-0 at Liverpool. Came as a bit of a shock to myself. What about yourself? What do you think of the game?
Well, I thought the biggest shock was that Haaland didn't score. I mean, we should have a market, Haaland not to score. But that was a good performance. It was a great game, a really good spectacle. I thought it should have been a draw, frankly, the way they were going at each other. I thought the referee had an excellent game, how he managed it. I think he was right to chalk off that goal from Foden, because there was arguably two fouls in the build-up to that. There was unsavoury chanting from some City fans, that's been reported this morning, and likewise unsavoury coin throwing by Liverpool fans at Guardiola. So a typical Manchester City v Liverpool game at Anfield.
Yes.
And you know the way that Salah took that goal was sensational. It's just one of those things. You know, you can't blame the defenders. It was just absolutely excellent how he scored that goal. So Betfred now have City still the favourites to win the Premier League or retain it. The 2-9. They're 4 points behind Arsenal. Arsenal went on and they beat Leeds to pile of pressure on City at kick-off. They're 11-2, so the odds are shortening on Arsenal now. Spurs, they're 20-1. Liverpool odds have just shortened slightly from 28-1. I mean, they're still 12 points behind City. They're now 28-1. Oh, sorry, 25-1 from 28-1. The same price as Chelsea and United. Well, they've drifted after that pretty poor game against Newcastle where it was 0-0. They've gone from 80-1 to 100-1 to win the title.
Well, there you go. Then, if you fancy the Reds to win the title this season, they are now priced with Betfred at 100-1. In my personal opinion, I think you'd have to be pretty optimistic to put that one on. Peter, looking at that game, Ronaldo was subbed and he wasn't an happy man, was he? Do you think time's just coming to an end for him? He is 37 now, is he? 36, 37?
Yeah, I think he's finding the going tough. The way that United set up to play with the pressing game that most of the better teams now adapt. And he's struggling, and it maybe his time has come to an end. A lot of people are saying that now. He's not really banging it in like he used to, and he's a bit of a distraction, really, the way that United want to play. Yeah. And a lot of the attention switches to him when United don't win at Old Trafford like they're expected to. Hopefully they'll put that right on Wednesday. Yeah,
absolutely. So as Peter just said then, United return to action in the Premier League on Wednesday and they host Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur could be a surprise package this season. What do you think, Peter? Do you think that they could do it this season?
Well, as long as they got Harry Kane firing them in like he did against Everton with a penalty, which I thought was a penalty. You know, I mean, what the fuss is about, it shouldn't be a pen, beyond me. But anyway, he's 7-2 with Betfred to score the first goal at Old Trafford on Wednesday, Harry Kane. Ronaldo's the same price, 7-2. Rashford 6-1. Son easy 11-2. We have Betfred. Betfred have United at 7-5 to win, and Spurs 2-1. So slight favourites there, United, probably because they're at home. And then we've got the big one on Saturday when United visit Chelsea. So that'll be a nice spicy one.
It'll certainly be a test, won't it, for the Reds?
Yeah, it will.
There we go then. Well, we're going to move into the Rugby League World Cup now because England kicked it off in style at St James's Park on Saturday. They absolutely hammered Samoa 66. Peter, great way to start the campaign.
Yeah, it was. Nobody really expected a win of that magnitude. To win by 60 points to 6 is pretty incredible. They should put a marker down there of what their intentions are, i.e. we're going to win this World Cup. They really went for it. Dom Young was excellent. He plays in Australia, Wakefield born. He scored 2 tries, and that has affected the Betfred market to actually win the World Cup outright. England have now moved from 16-1 ahead of kick-off to now 6-1 third favourites. Still behind Australia, who beat Fiji. They're 1-2 Australia to win it. New Zealand 7-2. Tonga, they're 12-1. Samoa have drifted out to from 9-1 to 20-1 at Betfred. and then England play against France in the next group's game at Bolton on Saturday tea time, 5 o'clock kick-off there. England are 1-66 to go and do it again and win. The coach there is saying that he thinks that England will, he'll decide basically. He's going to change his squad around and use his squad players. But we've got Dom Young 6-1 to score the first try. France 10-1 to win that game. But it is looking like England will top the group and go through. And it's been a tremendous start to the Rugby League World Cup for England.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic start for England, and hopefully they will follow that up this weekend with another victory. Well, we're going to move into some political news now because the pressure's mounting on Liz Truss. Will she survive the year? Peter, what are the odds looking like?
Well, people are piling in on her going this year. We're now 1-2 that Liz Truss will go before the end of the year, and we are in October, of course. So 2-1 that she goes next year, 2023. And then if she does go, it opens up the market for the next permanent Conservative leader. Rishi Sunak is the favourite, 6-4. And then we've got Ben Wallace, who never went for the to be the leader in the last round. He's from an MP from Lancashire and the Defence Secretary. He's seen as a really, really safe pair of hands. He's 9-2, which is the same price as the newly appointed Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, 9-2. Penny Mordaunt, she's 7-1. And guess who's at 12-1? Boris himself, 12-1, to be the next permanent Conservative leader. And then if you look at the general election odds, to win the most seats, well, Labour, not surprisingly, with the chaos that's going on in the country at the moment, they're 3-10 to win the most seats. Conservative 9-4, and we've also got betting on all sorts of other markets to do with the present situation with the politics. We have the year of the next general election. Favourite for that is 2024 or later. And then we've got Labour, who are now 10-11 at Betfred to win an overall majority, but very close is no overall majority, which is 13-8.
Well, there you go then. But if Liz Truss is to go, whoever succeeds her has got a massive job on their hands. Well, just to recap, coming up on Wednesday in the Premier League, Manchester United host Tottenham Hotspur, and it's a great chance for Eric Ten Hag's side to pick up the 3 points.